Floyd. Press the goddamn button.
Let me be perfectly clear before we even get into this video. Any successful black man in this country that manages to become wealthy because of hard work deserves it. Period. What commentary follows after this is in direct result of thoughts and opinions based off of current events that is unfolding as we speak. That being said, shout outs to the brother Real Brick TV for clipping this, and shout outs to Flacco because this is actually his original clip. But most of you already know about this Floyd thing. Let's get into it.
Is going to jail for a very long time. There's no doubt about this. The only person in denial is Floyd Mayweather. He don't know how much trouble he has got himself in.
Floyd Mayweather is currently facing felony charges for passing a bad check.
Oh my God.
Yes. So right now he faces 2 felony charges in Vegas over allegations that he wrote a bad check to purchase a watch from a luxury resale store. So the charges they actually came down in April, but he was just supposed to be in court Monday, but his attorney went for him. So the charge, he's being currently charged with theft for value over $100,000 or greater, and draw or pass a check with intent to defraud for value over $1,200 or greater. So what happened is back in December of 2024, there's a receipt that ESPN and prosecutors have obtained where Floyd went into a resale boutique and tried to purchase an AP. Now, when he purchased the AP, he used a check to purchase this. Now, the store owner, the place is called Golden Beyond, is saying that he had a long-term business relationship with Floyd before the alleged transaction. So when the check and everything was happening, like when the money didn't come through, he gave Floyd some time, almost about a year, to try and make good for this, and it didn't happen. So now the Clark County prosecutors have filed an initial complaint that happened back in April, and 3 days later, they ordered Mayweather to appear in court in front of a judge. So that appearance happened Monday, but again, he wasn't there. His attorney was there. So now
question. Well, it's pretty much a rhetorical for me personally. I'm wondering, like, how long did he know, or was he aware that he had that issue? And when this actually goes to trial, will he have the receipts and the proper defense to provide to the court that he made efforts to pay this off? Or, like, was he aware that he was in the situation that he was in? I can't believe that he would walk into this store, make this purchase, willingly and knowingly sign on something, knowing he didn't have the funds to cover it, and then try to evade accountability for the misunderstanding between them and the people. They gave him grace, more grace than anybody else would have got, because if it was some random person that wasn't making nowhere near that type of money and they didn't have that name attached to them, they would have already done went to jail. So this is correct, and he done had a year to make this right. How do you go a whole year without figuring this out? Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot of mess. A lot of mess with this, man. I feel for the brother in certain ways. Let me finish this clip off, though.
There's just so many things we need to ask right now. Just so many. We're not even going to touch on how did you blow $1.2 billion? You made $1.2 billion with a B in your career. How did you blow through that? Now, some may say, Flacco, no, after taxes is $750, he ain't pay taxes. He got an IRS lien on his property. He didn't pay taxes. Okay, let's just assume he paid taxes then. He didn't pay it now. That's why he owe. how do you run through $750 million? And that's not even the most pressing question. That's like beating a dead horse. He blew it. He's money made. The most obvious question here is, why are you buying a watch that costs $200,000 if you're broke? If you got no money, if your checks are declining, if your checks is bouncing, if you don't got the money in the account, why is purchasing a $200,000 watch your priority? I don't understand this at all, yo. This mindset that Floyd has, I just can't relate.
It's the same reason people in impoverished communities and low-income communities go out here and buy stuff that they can't necessarily afford, but you want to keep up an image. You want people to look at you a certain way, and you want them to have a certain level of adoration for you. So damn well your rent is $1,500. You'll spend $200 to get you the new Jordans or some Kyrie Irvings, and then try to figure it out with the last portion of what you owe on the rent the month following it, accruing an extra excess when really that entire $1,500 should have went to your bills, but you want to make sure that you look good out here on the street for the women, or so the dudes can approve of your fashion sense and all that stupid shit. That's all this really is.
No, maybe it's because I had a father in my life. Maybe it's because God born me with common. I can't begin to understand this mindset. I'm broke. I got nothing. I'm already having money troubles. My investments ain't play out how I thought it's playing out. I'm waking up with financial troubles on my mind, and I think, let me go buy a $200,000 watch. That's what I'm going to do with the little money I got left. But wait, you didn't have it. So the check bounced. Now, Floyd isn't taking it seriously, which worries me, because he better go ask Sean Kingston, or Sean Kingston mama, who's currently doing 5 years in prison along with Sean Kingston. What writing bad checks is going to get you? See, Floyd and like these celebrities are operating under the assumption, oh, this is a civil matter. Oh, these charges ain't going to stay. Nah, it's not a civil matter, bruh. You wrote a bad check for $200,000. That is felony. That's felonious. Now, I don't know who this jeweler is. Well, we know his name, but again, I don't buy studded out watches. Right? I have my watch guy that I work with. I really don't go to no popular jewelers to shop. No, I have my own watch guy. But if I'm a watch guy and I'm a jeweler and I see Floyd Mayweather coming in with a check, you better get that check out my face, bro. And that's even before I know he has money issues, man. Floyd Money made the man who walks around with $10 million in cash, the man who was flushing $100,000 down the toilet. You come to my instead. So every other time you Money Mayweather, every other time you Floyd Money May, you pretty boy Money Floyd. Any other time you got a million in cash in a briefcase, you got 10 million on a private jet. And the one time you choose to walk around with a checkbook is my establishment, get out of my face, bro.
You got to understand. Yeah, I think he's around my age, probably a little younger than me, but I'm going to drop a little wisdom. There's nothing wrong with using a check. We're not going to judge for that. I would prefer. I think people who walk around with cash in 2026 is absolutely ridiculous. I think people in Floyd Mayweather's position that have his mindset, you're out of your damn mind if you walk around flexing and flaunting like you do, like we see so many times on YouTube and Twitter and Twitch, and y'all be having wads of cash in your ear like it's a Zach Morris cell phone, showing off as if these people out here ain't wolves, starving, hungry. They don't care for human life. They don't love themselves. They don't love their own community. You see what happened to PNB Rock and XXX. a number of other rappers, y'all still be doing it though. Ain't no way in the world. I would definitely have a check on me. But see, here's the thing, bro. He's Floyd Mayweather. If it was you, yeah, they will probably look at you like that. The same way you trying to rain down condemnation on him about that, they could say the same thing for you. They would more or less say it to you because nobody know you, bro. And I'm not trying to be auspicious about it, but let's be real. You're more likely going to trust the person with the name than somebody who ain't never been seen nowhere. Why would they have a reason to believe that he was going to have that type of issue?
We not even playing those games, bruh. I would have known, man, we not playing those games, bruh. You walk around with $1 million any other time, but when it's come to purchase a $200,000 watch from me, all of a sudden, the one time you don't got $1 million cash on you, you want to purchase my watch for $200,000 with a check, man, bro, get out my face, bro. I'm not hearing that at all. If you look at these numbers he's facing, is crazy. So he's charged with 1 count of fraud and 1 count of like felony theft. For the fraud charge, up to 4 years in prison, plus the restitution, the $200,000. The felony theft is the real one. He's facing up to 20 years in prison if he's found guilty. Floyd, this is just, you are cooked. It is not even like this is something he could fight. Like now, if this was something where it's like, okay, like he got like caught up for murdering somebody and it's not caught on camera, there's maybe like a 60-40% chance you get off. But with this, bro, you wrote the bad check. You in 4K writing the bad check. You try to cash the check you gave him. The check bounced. How can you talk your way out this situation? And the thing is, too, the dude apparently, Mark Cook, he gave Floyd several chances to pay. Now, Floyd's lawyer came and says that Floyd had absolutely no intent to defraud, that he had a long business relationship with the store's owner before and after the alleged transaction, and that Gold and Beyond's owner decided to take the claim to Clark County District Attorney instead of filing a civil claim to resolve the dispute. This is dusty activities, bro. I hate people like Floyd. This is just dusty activities. First off, you know you owe me the money. You got my product. You got my $200,000 watch. You know you owe me the money for the watch. I didn't just give you the watch for free. You wrote a bad check. Why will we need to settle this civilly? Why would it not go to the police? See,
people think that you build these relationships with folks and you build a certain rapport and they owe you something. Oh, look, man, we had dinner together. Oh, man, I remember when I did you this favor 2 weeks ago and you were stuck on the side of the road, or remember when I sent you something for your niece or something like that, and whatever. It'd be that type of stuff. It'd be folks like that. You get intermingled with people on a personal level when it should have stayed business, and now you forget the business side and expect to get all these privileges just because you done hung out with them and watched a couple of funny highlight reels on TikTok or some shit. Now y'all buddies know you're not. You were in a transactional relationship prior to any of this. You got to honor that. Don't matter who you are, but that's that entitlement that comes with celebrities and influencers. Period.
this is how they operate. This is how these people are absolute crooks. See, they're relying on somebody filing a lawsuit and that person not wanting to have to pay $150,000, $200,000 to sue Floyd, and then Floyd drag it out in court. They get bad press. Floyd tells all of his friends not to shop with them. They pay about $100K in attorney fees, right? Like, so Floyd is hoping that it becomes way more trouble than it's worth. I'm so confused here. Why do you want to handle this civilly? Why do you want me to go to civil court when you know you owe me? Pay me my money. This happened in 2024. We're in 2026. You clearly had no intent on paying me my money. or give me back my watch. Give me back my watch. This, I can't stand people like this, bruh. The people who take advantage, they go around getting over on people is not cool, bruh. You know you owe me that paper. You know you didn't pay for the watch. You know the check bounced. Why do I have to sue you civilly? Nah, bro, go to the police and get them locked up. This is foul. This is nasty work, bruh. Check out this audacity. They go, this matter does not belong in the criminal courts. And Mayweather looks forward to being vindicated through the court proceedings. Why not just pay the dude his money? Listen, the one thing that's my pet peeve, and I don't care how small the money is, if you tell me you're gonna pay me back, pay me back. I don't care if it's 10 cents. Pay me back if you tell me you're gonna pay me back. In this case, if I sold you something, pay me what I sold you, or give me back my items. You kept my watch. Why? Vindicated how? You stole that man's watch. They continue and they says, Lobo said in an email that Mayweather has no travel restrictions. Okay, cool. So apparently, like the rumors that, the IRS did put a lien on Floyd stuff, but apparently he has now came to a payment arrangement because he could still fly. This is some nasty work, man. But this is not the first time hearing this. If you are a fan of Vlad TV, then you know that Vlad actually exposed Floyd about 3 months ago when Vlad was hanging out at Wes Watson crib, out of all people. And a jeweler approached Vlad and told Vlad, Floyd Mayweather is broke. And Vlad couldn't believe it. But now we know that's true. Floyd has severe money issues.
Speaking of Mayweather, now that we're on the subject of him, see what's going on with him.
What about him? I've heard a few things.
He's going through some money issues.
Financial problems?
Like
it's crazy. And I don't know whether it's true, but I was hanging out at Wes Watson's house. Right, he's a big fitness influencer.
Yeah, I know
who he is, right? So we did a house tour.
Bald headed dude.
Yeah,
yeah,
white dude, big,
like prisoner guy.
Prisoner guy, right? Exactly. So, but when we're getting ready to shoot, he's got these kind of people at his house,
right?
And there's this old school jeweler dude there. They're oh, this is one of the OG jeweler guys. This is who everyone else gets their stuff from. And he told me, I'm not going to say who it is. He's Mayweather's broke. I said, no. He's no, really. Mayweather's broke. Now, I don't know if it's true.
Right.
This is what this guy told me. I'm how could he be broke? He's he spends like crazy.
Yeah.
Spends like crazy.
I mean, you only could go but so long. I mean, and you're not fighting.
Yeah.
Because I don't see Mayweather even doing any goofy shit like that.
But you would think that your investments would continue to grow.
Right.
As long as you keep your spending under wraps. Like right now, I could retire right now. This could be my last interview ever.
Right.
And with my investments, I invested into a lot of great companies like Google and Amazon and Tesla over the years. And those companies have all grown and continue to grow, right? And I could actually borrow money against my stock portfolio without even selling my stocks.
Right.
So I assumed that Mayweather was in a similar spot because he made so much cash. And if you invested even in common stocks, you should do pretty well. But I mean, listen, Mayweather never flies commercial. He's only flying private.
So he doesn't own his own plane?
I don't think so. I've never seen a Mayweather plane, like a Drake plane. I've never seen that. Not to say that he doesn't. I don't know Mayweather like that.
The mindset of some of us got to be studied. When we go away, they got to really look into our brains and figure out what's going on here.
It's not hard to figure out. It's a lifestyle and a culture that we've propped up to such a high level that anything beneath that is just uncouth and unbecoming of Black people, or just people in general who have a lust and a desire for the finer things in life. Not understanding that there's a trade-off. You can have all of this stuff, but if you're not properly putting everything in perspective and how you spending and looking at a further ahead type of a scope, then what you're doing is setting yourself up for a failure every single time. See, some people, they want a family, so they're being considered of college tuition, diapers, formulas, schools, and things of that nature, trips and vacations. Folks that have this selfish, self-centered money, cars, clothes, lavishness. They only care about in the moment what they can do right now. They don't care or consider health insurance, life insurance, and all the other things that come into play with this stuff. So what you have here is a guy who is accustomed to a certain lifestyle and being seen in a certain light, and he tried his best to carry on this facade. I'm not here to tear nobody down, but this is what has coaxed us all at some point into being humiliated at the card swipe or at a dinner or a restaurant because we're trying to keep up with the Joneses. This isn't the flex that people think it is, but you swear it is based on the people that you see living every day in front of this screen like they rock stars.
Some of us got to have our brain study, man. Mayweather is going broke. And while going broke, he didn't say, okay, let's start consolidating some things, getting rid of certain bills, telling people, hey, bro, we done with this. No, his brain went to, let me flex harder. I'm broke. I'm going broke. I'm losing all my money, but let me flex harder so people can think I'm getting richer. Let me make a video lying about owning $1 billion in properties in Manhattan. And even though you didn't own it at all, and this was like a promo deal for somebody. Let me buy a $200,000 watch I can afford so I could flex harder on the gram. It felt like the broker Floyd was getting, the harder he was flexing. Which is like, it's just dumb, man. Now, Vlad TV and like others is sitting by, and they can't believe Floyd is broke because they understand where they started from. I understand where I started. Now, again, I have nowhere near Floyd's money, but I understand where, I turned $150 investment into into this. Elon Musk, again, bad comparison, but Elon Musk turned like $100,000 investment into $1.4 trillion. So for Floyd to have $750 million after taxes, and he didn't turn that into $1 billion, he didn't turn that into $2 billion, he didn't turn that into $3 billion. Floyd fumbled a generational opportunity, bro. Floyd could have created generational wealth for his entire bloodline.
I'm not going to play the whole thing. If y'all want to go check it out, go to Flacco's channel, man, Poetic Flacco's channel. To answer or to respond to that last point that he made, right? It's all about your mindset. See, feel how you feel about these trillionaires and billionaires. Yeah, they probably done screw some people over to get that type of money they got. But guess what? They understood that longevity matters more than that temporary fun. Period. And as long as you think like that and you still want to hold on to this BS culture where Instagram clicks, likes, and views and the approval of trolls and IG models means more than your purpose and actually maneuvering according. This is going to happen to people more often than not. That's why he's in the space that he is in. His perception of and his respect for money. Anyway, man, y'all tell me what y'all think about this whole situation. You think he going to jail? You think he going to do 20? Or he going to get a slap on the wrist?